doing what the Lord commanded us to do, is to prophesy. That's why we out here. So this is Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not.
What you reading?
Revelation 19 and 10.
Okay.
And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant. Yeah, this is an angel was talking to the prophet John, and he said I'm your fellow servant, right? And of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So this is what we're doing. That's why we go out and prophesy. You say before, we letting the people know what's about to happen for the world. What's going to happen to Babylon the Great, which is America. All right? What's going to happen to the elect of the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and what's going to happen to the two-thirds of the nation of Israel. What's going to happen to Esau, the so-called white man? He's known as also Edom. All right? And on the other heathen nations, we're prophesying the downfall of America. All right?
I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so yeah, we live. So right now we in the Day of Atonement, and the Day of Atonement, what we do during the Day of Atonement, pretty much the Day of Atonement it is a Sabbath, and during that time we afflict our souls by not eating or drinking. Yeah. And that shows our humility with the Most High, and that's us humbling it down to the Most High. So this is a perfect time to fast and the best time to pray to the Most High. Pray for spiritual things such as more faith, more endurance, things that needs improvements and assessment. But like the brother was going into in the time of prophecy. So we living in a time of prophecy, and we live in a time of great destruction. And they're talking about a possible shutdown coming this fall, or this autumn, or winter, Slakia. And we're looking forward to it, because the more shutdowns, the more things happen, the closer we are to the end, and closer to them introducing the MOTB. Let's get happy. All right. So that's what we out here. We doing an outreach. We teach the Bible, and to talk about the demise and coming destruction of America and the deliverance of Israel.
This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're considered to be watchmen, and we're standing upon our watch. So we're on the watch tower, and we pulling out to our people the dangers, or the coming dangers that's going to take place on the earth, most of all America. Go ahead.
All right. And will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Right, so the visions that's in the scriptures are all events that's going to take place very soon. And the events that's to come, there's going to be hard times. Not good times, but hard times. What's coming to America is destruction. How do we know that? The events is already prophesied in the Bible. Such as nuclear destruction, that's prophesied in the Bible. A famine, what's a famine? Because a famine is not a term that's commonly used today. So now we got to break it down. A famine is a shortage of food and water. That's going to happen. There's going to be disease outbreaks. Okay?
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Right, so the ancient prophets, they wrote the vision. The vision is the events that's going to take place. And now we're breaking it down. We're breaking it down and make it plain upon tables, meaning we're breaking it down and we're making them understandable. Because in ancient times, they didn't understand the visions. We do now.
That he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Now, the running, when you come into the faith, you're now entered into a race. And that race is not a race of how fast you are, or a race of endurance. Yeah.
And make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. So
the vision is set for a appointed time. And we fastly approaching that appointed time. Because you know, like we've been talking about, which is like the main thing, where the main prophecy to keep an eye on is the MOTB, which is the Mycosia, and that's fastly approaching. And like the other Apostle Tar had mentioned, well, he mentioned it a few times, that should be the #1 topic rather than talking about the grape doctrine. Because we live in a time of destruction. The grape doctrine been broken down so many times. Right?
Yep. Though it tarry, wait for it. Because it
at one time it was tarrying, but now things are speeding up. Okay?
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Want me to go to verse 4? All right. Verse 4. Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right. Whose soul is... You got something to say?
No, you got it. I thought you was doing something.
No, I was just checking it on the feet. So the soul that's lifted up is Esau, the so-called white race, because it's the Most High who put Esau into power and to reign this current rulership. So the soul that was lifted up, the Most High lifted him up out of the caves and turned Esau, which America is comprised of Esau rulership, but he made it great. But what's going to happen is the Most High is going to destroy him. Okay?
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Now, the wine is different philosophies that got the people, you know, messed up in the head. But what do wine do? Wine makes you mentally impaired. So we start teaching people you have multiple genders. You could be, you could identify as a male. You could identify as a female. You got multiple pronouns, he, them, they. That's wine. That's confusion. You know, that means a person's sick in the head. Go ahead.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
What do it mean to be proud? Now, in the Apocrypha, it says, now, when one depart away from his maker, that's the beginning of pride. And Esau don't want nothing to do with the Most High. So he's a proud man. He don't believe in the Most High. And he thinks he's going to be in power forever. Esau is the only people on the earth that look at every other race of people as being subhuman. But he's really the base of the earth. And he's going to be taught that very soon. He's going to be shown it. Right?
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and as his end is as death.
He desired, read that part again.
All right. Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Right. He enlargeth his desire as hell, which is which is the grave. Because every day is always going to be a new person dying, and every day is going to be a new person born. So it meaning he could never have enough. Just like death never ends, Esau wants never ends. And it says that death cannot be satisfied. So Esau is as the spirit of death. Just like death is always going to take place, Esau always going to want. He always going to have a new desire. He always going to have something he going to want to convert after. Okay?
And is as death cannot be satisfied, but gather.
And of course, when we talk about Esau, we talk about the leader of Esau, but all the way down to the peon. Because the peon, if you look at them, they don't know their elbow from their asshole. They don't got a clue of what's going on, but you know, they reaping the benefits of the ones that look like them that's in power. That's why they have certain privileges that the tribes don't have. Because this is his empire and he's the face of the empire. So anything that identify or resemble that image, you get ahead in life. That's why you see all the CEOs and people in management, they always Edomites. That resemble who's the people in power.
No, because you got our people in Ivy Leagues that finish Ivy League schools. I'm pretty sure you had Jake in Oxford, Yale. We done been down to Yale. Remember a female in Yale, she talked to she was talking to Apostle Tahar, asking what we was doing. You know what I mean? She was in Yale, so that goes to show, and she was a Jake. So I go to show, like, so if they say, oh, you're not educated, fuck out.
If you like, Jake has the credentials, but then again, you still gotta know the right people. There's a lot of Jakes with credentials, but a lot of times they don't have the right networkship to get into position. You know, and if you do see a Jake, you know, in a position, that's very rare.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a power against him? And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Right, it says gonna take up a proverb against him. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Now I'm gonna look at the word proverb. I'm gonna read it. Now, a proverb is a short, pithy saying in general use. So it's a saying that generalizes things. I'll read it again. A short, pithy saying in general use means it's a saying that often generalizes. Just like, you know, Israel, Lord said Israel gonna be a byword in a proverb. They got all these different sayings that generalize our people. Like, niggas are always late. That generalizes. But Lord said gonna put a proverb on America. Because everybody the whole world look at as America as being thieves, liars, deceptive, bullies.
Yeah.
You got something? What's that?
No, that's true. Confessions of an economic hitman. We go into how America goes out, they covet lands and take their mineral resources and enslave their people on a debt system, on the social security system. This is what the so-called white man does. All right? And he controls the medium in this country, so people see America in the light as doing good, but actually they're going out pillaging and murdering different countries, different nations. Got it.
All right, I'm gonna read something real quick. We're gonna elaborate. Now this is Micah 2:1. woe to them that have devised iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
That's the elites. And all of them that carry out their marching orders. Woe to them that, read it again?
It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
That devise iniquity. Destruction them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. They're always thinking how to overthrow and bring about their new world order and cause destruction through death, drugs, capitalism, and all this other wine. So he's constantly going out and doing these things and conjuring up new plans and enforcing it through his legislation.
Now it says, when the morning is light, they practice it.
Yeah, they're practicing it. They're practicing it. They're constantly pushing out these legislation and new agendas to further enslave the people and decrease population. All right? And finding new loopholes in their demonic laws to further exploit people.
Right, and it says, because it's in the power of their hand.
Yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So it's in their power. They got short-time dominion over the earth. And so they use their weapons, their law, their media, to pollute the people's minds and destroy people. You know?
That's right. And it says, and they covet fields.
And they covet fields. They plot and scheme on fields. They find mineral resources in the country. So they plot out ways, how can we go out and take their mineral resources? Oh, let's deem them as terrorists. Let's tell them we would enrich their mineral resources. Well, let us build our factories in your land. Or they try to get them in debt so they can take it. Or they try to assassinate their leader and put up a puppet. And if they can't assassinate their leader, then they send in their militaries. They be like, they deem them, yo, these are acts of terrorists. They commit acts of terrorism. We gotta liberate their people. But that's all the disguise to go in and take their resources. This is what the so-called white man does.
And it says, and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house.
They oppress a man in his house. Even they try to tell a person how to govern their people. What they did to the nation of Israel, they took our nationality, our landmark, our home.
Right, and it says, even a man in his heritage.
Even a man in his heritage. You took our identity, so-called white man, took the nation of Israel's identity, took our land, took this land from the northern kingdom, all right? And that's what they do. That's the so-called white man's track record. Starting from Alexander to the present.
Right, and it says how the heritage is the same as saying inheritance, which is a person's land. So he desired to take over people's lands, and he oppressed the people that's in the land. What's the meaning of oppression? Unjust treatment. So he mistreats the people. He goes in to the pretext of bringing peace, and whenever happens, he takes control. You know, when they send the military over there, they go over there as a guise of help. But then what happens? They killing women and children. You know, the men out there raping the women. You know, but if he wanted war, he should have said he's going there for war. But he said he goes there for peace. That ain't right. You know, so that's going into the spirit of robbery.
This country proves that. How come you have third world countries when they have mineral resources that was excavated and taken away, but there in Europe, majority of it is a bottomless pit, meaning no mineral resources there. or any resources, but why it was taken and brought there. That shows, man.
All right.
Because the only part of Europe that got resources would be Russia, right? It has like mineral resources and things like that.
Yeah,
That
Russia's more
north, right?
More farther out. 1 second.
I got something.
Go ahead, read that.
This is Micah 2:2, and they covered fields.
Oh, that's what we read it.
Oh, that's what. Oh.
Read it anyway.
Okay. And they covered fields, and take them by violence, and houses.
Get it.
And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Like what the brothers is going into about how Esau Edom, you know, he desires what other nations have, but he does it in a facetious way. So he goes in there trying to establish peace with countries, trying to establish peace with other nations, but he has an ulterior motive to steal their land, to steal their resources, and to corrupt the people's minds in order for them to conform with their new world order and to bow down to him. It says, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Yeah, just like what they done toward the establishment of America. All right, they knew that the children of Israel was here, and what did they do? They came over here, they tried to make it seem like they were forming an allyship with the Native Americans over here, and they stabbed them in the back. All right?
This is Isaiah 14:5. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Now, a staff is associated with a king or kingdom. And the Most High has, he said he's broken Esau's staff, meaning he's breaking apart Esau's kingdom, his rulership. Okay?
Okay. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Now it says he that smote the people in wrath, because the way America was founded was by wrath and violence. Let me say America. We're talking about this whole region from Canada, North America, Central America, and South America. The name, first of all, Colombia was named after who? Christopher Columbus. So when they came to this region, or the New World, what did they do to get it? They had to slaughter the inhabitants that was there. That's why we have the term Costa Rica. But Costa Rica means what? Rich coast. Puerto Rican, rich port. Because when they entered over there, they seen the wealth and the natural minerals there, and they went and took it by force. And what came later? Servitude, slavery. So he smote the people in wrath. It was done over here. The whole building block of America was by violence, and he did it throughout the whole earth. So if you founded by violence, the only way to go down is by violence. And that violence is going to take place by thermonuclear fire. There's going to be a thermonuclear war, and America's going to be on the losing end of it.
He who smote the people in wrath for continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger.
A continuous stroke means something that non-stop. You know, non-stop, just keep going. Because there's one thing to correct somebody, but there's another thing to keep whipping somebody unto death. And that's the spirit of Esau comes in. He's a continuous stroke. He keep going and going to you till there's nothing left of you. Go ahead.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
Right. Now it's Esau time for him to go down. We seeing it. You know, you look across the street, a lot of businesses going out of business. Businesses failing. You got scaffolds everywhere. You know, Manhattan turned to Gotham City. So this all America being broken down apart. We living in super hyperinflation because the dollar is going to crash. and they're gonna enter in a new form of payment, and that's gonna be the MOTB.
Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry you out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right, so they drunken and they not with, but not with wine. What did that mean? What do wine do to your body? It make you mentally impaired. But it's not talking about Jack Daniels. It's not talking about what Hennessy. What's that? Teleport. They just like to drink. They drunken off Esau philosophy. His idea of living. You got our people adopting homosexuality. Well, if it's not bothering me, if it's not interfering in my life, they're okay with it.
They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
When they staggering, they just think drink it. Now they keep drinking and keep consuming it, and what happens? Now they're staggering. They mentally impaired. They bumping into everything. That's madly drunk. But it's with the philosophies of America. They accept everything that Esau introduced. Our people consume it.
Oh yeah, verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
Right. At one point, we always sleep, but now the Lord's waking us back up to who we are, to our true identity. Because you got look, you got a lot of so-called white people walking by. They seeing the sign, they look at it as something strange, like what? Judah, Negro, Benjamin, so-called West Indians, Caribbeans, Levi, so-called Haitian, man, like our sign incorrect. No, they incorrect. You know, we're the chosen people of the Most High. How do we know it? We can prove it out the Bible. There's to prove it.
You said that they look at the sign. This is Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people in the veil that is spread.
Those are the lies that Esau pushed through his media, which is comprised of the wine. Our people, and the whole country is gone. You know, the whole country is gone. That's why, you know, they got a term called drinking the Kool-Aid. Because the American people, they like their Kool-Aid very sweet. Anything the media feeds you, you eat it up, you drink it up. You don't question anything, even if it's a lie.
And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
The veil that is spread upon all nations. So when we say the Israelites, they look at us like, that's a strange thing. We can prove it. We can bring out Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, when it goes to the curses of the Israelites, who the people identify as a blanket statement as the Jews. Jeremiah 14:2 said that the real Jews will be in mourning, and they all dark-skinned people. Revelation, the 1st chapter, gives us the description of the Messiah. And guess what color he was? They say he had woolly hair. But they don't like to hear that because it doesn't fit, it doesn't complement the lies. Because the moment our people slowly start waking up, well, their elect start waking up to their true identity, what comes next? They start to inquire. They start making assessment. They start turning back to the Most High. But only the elect are going to turn back to the Most High. But we're not trying to get all of our people. This is only an outreach for the elect of our people. Okay?
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob. Yeah. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob.
Yeah, the remnant, because we scattered, man. We scattered throughout the earth. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? We lost who we were, our power, our lands, our heritage. But the Lord is going to bring us back.
Right, the remnant dealing with 1/3 of Israel. Okay? It's a small number. All right, like the brother was saying, all of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, obviously you're not going to get it. Obviously it's not for you. All right? You're going to continue on in this Babylonian, Americanized bullcrap and be destroyed in it.
It's probably a center great thing.
That's it. So the Lord said the remnant shall return. The remnant of who? These people on the sign, man. All right, so 1/3 of these people on the sign. The so-called white man ain't got nothing to do with the salvation of God.
That's right.
You know, an Arab, an African. But everything that has to do with you is judgment, which is going into slavery under the Israelites, man. You see?
Because why? You other nations along with the so-called white man, y'all in y'all heaven right now. So y'all don't need salvation. So the world will come for you nations, meaning the so-called white man, and you heathen nations outside the nation of Israel is slavery. Death, slavery, and the so-called white man extermination after slavery.
Like we look at that word remnant, that's also we get the word remain. So when you say remnant, you're saying remain. Now the elect, it's after the Most High destroyed 2/3 of Israel, the only one that's going to remain, or the remnant, is going to be the 1/3. Because the Lord believes in ethnic cleansing. And that's what's going to happen. Go ahead.
The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, right, look at this sign, man. All these tribes, Judah, Benjamin, all the way down, they could be equal to a nation themselves, man. All right, because that's due to the promise of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, on your father's side.
What is it?
So you go back to Colombia, Uruguay. Where at? Which you at, man? Here or here? Which one? Mexicans? So your father's a so-called Mexican?
Mother.
Father is, all right. Well, so you know, you tell us the father here. All right.
Where your father from?
Got a chance to, you know, speak. You know, let us know what's up, because we here to edify. We see that. We see that you're eating. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you say you can't. You got no problem?
Right. These tribes right here, like I was saying, these tribes, they go back to the nation of Israel, man. All right? And the Lord, he multiplied the seed of Israel above the stars of heaven, above the sands of the sea. That's why every tribe can be like its own nation, man. Okay? But what? The Lord said what? But though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. What is that remnant? Zechariah 13, 8 and 9. Right. You see?
Thank you, brother. Got it.
You got it?
Got it.
Bring it out.
Zechariah, the 13th chapter, in the 8th verse.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
What that means is a majority, 2 parts out of 3 parts, is going to be cut off and die out of the nation of Israel. Right? You have a pie, you cut 2 parts out of that pie, and there's 3 parts of that pie. The 2 parts is going to be destroyed. The 2 parts is going to be devoured, man. The majority of that pie is done. You see? So that's what it's likening the nation of Israel to. 3 parts. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. A majority of you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you will be destroyed with thermonuclear fire and the RFID microchip, all right, in America, man. And if before so, you know, you make it that far, you're going to be part of racial riots, race riots, you're going to be part of concentration camps. That's a demonic sign. You're an Edomite, man. dude's an Edomite, bro. He just threw up 2 fucking Bible legs. Goddamn Edomite. You know? But anyway, majority of our people are gonna be destroyed, man. All right, alongside of these damn demonic ass Edomites, man. Where they wanna be. Because you people don't wanna turn to the Most High, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, but the third part shall be left therein.
The third part, that's the remnant that we're reading right here in Isaiah 10. Yet a remnant of them shall return. 1/3 of this people, these people right here, all right, that are here in America and scattered abroad, all right, are going to be delivered, all right, by way of chariots, so-called UFO. They call them UAPs. They're having UAP meetings, man, in freaking DC, all right, in these high legislative. That's the salvation of the remnant of Israel. All right, go ahead.
And I will bring the third part through the fire.
That's it. Right now, we're in the midst of the affliction, the furnace of affliction, like the scripture says. All right, going through the day in and day out of Babylon the Great, like this brother like called Satan's paradise. Being in the midst of Satan's paradise, in the midst of all these goddamn demons, man. You see? Catching affliction, man. All right, go ahead.
And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
Right. If you people out here, you're about to be wood and hay for the stubble, man. The wood and hay. The Lord is looking for choice silver and gold, which is His remnant. Those that are what? That are praying, that are fasting in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in sincerity, man. Not out here thinking that they got it, man. You ain't got nothing but goddamn oppression, all right? And goddamn affliction day in and day out by your enemies, man. The so-called white man and the other nations, man. You know? Read on.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
See, the Lord said that His people's going to call on His name. So the Lord has a name. And it's not God and Jesus Christ. And it's not Allah either. Alright? You see? Go ahead.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power.
See? That's the name of the Most High. In the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, man. That's what we're saying out here. And we proclaiming the downfall of you so-called white people, who are Edomites, man. Alright? Because this is your kingdom. This is your rulership, but look at it. It's gone to shit. You got the bricks. They added more bricks to the wall. Okay? You know, the BRICS conglomerate, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Argentina, all right, Iran, Pakistan, and all these different other countries, they're forming a coalition, mind you, a monetary coalition against your dollar. So what? To pretty much veer away from this petrodollar and this world domination of you having the international reserve currency. Yeah, America's in big trouble, buddy.
What?
America is in big trouble by the power of the Most High. Thus saith the Bible. It's about to be destroyed, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged.
Yeah, I mentioned the BRICS, right? And what are these? These are nations or countries that are putting America's dollar to the side. All right? They are focusing on the downfall of the financial system that holds the international reserve currency in the world. You see? And they're what? They're buying oil and all of these different resources, and they're making different trades, excluding the West out of it, America out of it, all right, to strengthen their economy. The yuan, the ruble, all right, the what's that other one, man? Yeah, those are the main two. The yuan and the ruble, man. All right? They just bought a bunch, I think it was India, bought a bunch of oil from Russia in rubles, or rupees. All right? That's another form, I think that's the Indian currency. Right? So they're what? The economy of America is about to pretty much be done away with. And they're about to implement a new system. That's why you're hearing all these talks about what? Central bank digital currencies. All right? Because this thing is going to take the world over, man. This digitized umbrella. Meaning what? No more cash, everything digital. Okay?
Implanted with a mark.
That's it.
People gonna be implanted with a mark.
That's it, bro. Is there more in that scripture?
Let's want to read this real quick. This is from Al Jazeera. So this was posted yesterday. Al Jazeera. Can BRICS dethrone the U.S. dollar?
Can BRICS dethrone the U.S. dollar? We don't.
It be an uphill climb as per se. Now,
this is their aim, right? That's their aim. Their aim is to what? Dethrone the dollar. Go ahead, brother.
For 80 years, the United States dollar has dominated all other currencies. But a grouping of developing countries, tired of the West's looming presence over global governance and finance, is determined to take it down a peg. It has been going on. So, because you know what happened before before the dollar became the world reserve currency, the world reserve currency was the British pound. Now the BRICS nation, they want to enter into a new age and exclude the American dollar out of it, because the American dollar is really backed by nothing. It's defined as fiat currency, whereas they want to implement a currency that is actually backed up by something and exclude America out of it. But yeah, that's all.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, they have a thing called Operation Sandman.
Operation Sandman, right? Right? You came across that information. Go ahead.
Yeah, Operation Sandman is a collaboration of 100+ nations in agreement to simultaneously sell off their U.S. Treasury holdings, sending them back to the United States to collapse the U.S. dollar.
And it would collapse it because with UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, and doing trade, everyone had to come under the U.S. dollar, man. A lot of nations had to dollar denominate their currencies, meaning they had to trade in U.S. money. But they just tossing the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar soon going to be like the Marco toilet paper.
I did Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken.
Babylon meaning spiritually Babylon, America. It's confusion. It's been a golden cup. What is it?
It says Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Yeah, it's been prosperous and no one has taken it out.
That have made all the earth drunken.
America made the earth drunken through its philosophies, through its trade system. What's some of the UCC? What else the other one? The democracy, capitalism. All right.
Now it says the nations have drunken of her wine.
Yeah, and that freedom. All of the women want to be like the whores in America, man. Uncovered and loose.
Everything America is comprised of homosexuality.
Oh yeah, the homo shit, yeah.
Anything that goes against the scripture that America push, that's all comprised of the wine. It says, the nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Nations are mad. They're dead. Their people are corrupted. Drugs infiltrate their country. The people are angry, man. They tired of American shit.
Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed.
Suddenly it's going to the future. How is it going to suddenly fall and be destroyed? nuclear missiles. That's how America's going to be destroyed. While the Lord shoots a fire on this place. You hear the news of so-called UFOs? Those are the chariots of the Lord. Those are the angels, man. All right? And there's going to be thousands of them in the air soon. Visibly.
It says, how for her, take balm for her pain.
Take bomb. Bomb is a healing agent, but America's not going to be held. It's dead. It's infrastructure. People's minds. America's infrastructure will never be rebuilt to its greatness. Alright? Its debt is not going to be cleared.
So just trying to explain to us, don't worry.
America's drowning in debt, man. And it's not going to be paid, man. The elites don't want to be paid in fiat or digital currency. They want to be paid in gold. And America don't have the gold to pay that tab.
If so be, she may be healed.
She's not going to be healed. America's not going to be healed. It's just going to be getting worse until it's destroyed.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Yeah, the Lord and the angels are not, the Most High is not going to heal Babylon. Babylon, aka America, is going to be turned into a desert. Soon.
Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country.
All the nations going in their own country, packing it up. Getting out of America. Being with their own people. America is going to be infiltrated by nuclear missiles.
For her judgment reacheth unto heaven.
America's track record, the so-called white man's track record, is going to reach up to heaven. Sin upon sin. So this place is sanctioned to be destroyed.
And is lifted up even to the skies.
Look what else. America, they went out there, they went out in outer space. Esau and the Russians, the Edomites, they went out of space. They didn't make it fully off the court. They didn't get past the radiation dose. They didn't get past the protection. They didn't make it to the moon when they went out of space and put those satellites up. And that moon landing was fake. That shit didn't happen.
It says, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our Most High.
The work in Zion, monument. Empress of who the Lord's people. So because Latinos and Native Americans.
That's what we're doing. The work of the Most High.
Declaring the work of the Most High. Alright?
Make bright the arrows, gather the shields.
The arrows is the missiles, the nuclear missiles. So these nations, they've been putting money into their military to gender these nations. Power. And if they don't get America, and all these shit, and now it's going to be the time when you get shot.
The standard upon the Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the prepare the ambushes. For the Lord have devised and done that which he has spoken against the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's going to be nuclear missiles, man. And that invading army is going to be missiles. And it's going to go faster than the defense system can't do nothing. And the Lord's Spirit is going to be on those systems. And the Lord going to be there shooting fire. The Lord going to be on the main chariot standing on it, showing his power.
Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Watchman, what does a watchman do? In the ancient world, they'll be on the walls and they'll be watching. On different corners of the armies will be watching for an invading army to come. But now, we're armed soldiers for the Lord, and we're watching, warning our people about the coming destruction, warning the leaders. What's your judgment too? And hoping that we're the elect. delivered. But regardless, our job is coming out here doing the work.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
So we're warning so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that, that window of opportunity and that grace period is closing up. That the Lord is about to bring judgment in America and throughout the earth. All right?
It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked.
So we're supposed to warn the wicked. We're supposed to warn our people. We're supposed to let them know about the mark of the beast, what it is. All right? The Lord's image and other things. We're supposed to let them know we're in wartime right now. We're in the time of love and peace.
It says, and thou givest him not warning, no speakest to warn the wicked.
So if we don't warn, what's going to happen?
From his wicked ways to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
Yeah, that wicked man going to die in his iniquity, but the blood is going to be on you. You know this truth, and you're not watering them. You watering down the truth. You trying to be politically correct for Esau.
It says, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
All of those are saying the MOTB is not the mark of the beast is not the what it is. Those that saying that implanted chip is not what it is, you're gonna be destroyed for that.
No, he said he did that because we try to get around the algorithm. Sometimes we slip up because you say the SHIP, they'll clip your video, so we try to talk around it so that, brothers get access to these videos.
Yeah, that's what a brother's site, because mine,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
on the
okay.
radar. Nobody look at mine. I can say whatever I want. Like, I can say filthy fucking Jews. You cause ours, and they not going to do nothing on my site. You know what I mean?
Oh, you already said it, so.
Yeah, I said it already. I don't care, man.
Cat up the bag.
Yeah.
Back in Ezekiel 3:19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Yeah. We warned our people not to get the not to get the sea hit. All right, not to be joined up with Esau, not to put on your oil in this corporation, America, or Esau system. Now, you don't listen. We clean. We're not going to be judged for not warning you. So that shows. That's the answer for the people that say, yo, why y'all out here? No one's listening. Everybody's walking by. It's too hot. It's too cold. Well, we're trying to protect ourselves, man. We're covering ourselves, man.
The word of the Lord don't go out void.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Whether they hear or forbid,
Whether they hear or forbid.
it must go, because now there's no more. There's no excuse for them. Whether they heard it and they accepted it or they neglected it, it was still there. It went out. So now, because the Most High is going to hold every man accountable for what they heard. And some men can receive a blessing because they heard it, they accepted it, and then some people talk to the side. They gonna hold them accountable too. They're gonna receive a penalty, destruction.
Scoffers, people don't see us, they laugh and then they pull out their camera and they going like this. Show us. I think that female, I think that was my cousin. I'm not sure. Invited her up. Your ass gonna get tagged. You gonna get jacked.
Got a scripture?
If it
You got
was,
another one. You got more on that block.
Actually, got another piece
Check it out.
you just said that.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High had set for us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
You know, we made a spectacle. People laughing at us, a joke. You know.
It says, but we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and to men.
And to the angels, because what we're doing. They're in amazement of what we're doing out here. You know? Because the people, they look at us, why? What's the scripture say? When a rich man speaketh, is it Sirach? When a rich man speaketh, everyone's listening. They extol it, they exalt it. That's something like euphoric or yeah, to the clouds.
It's cool. So, get that for you?
Yo, when a rich man speaks, people listen. All right, like I remember J-Lo was in that spot one time, and this makeup shit. When we was over there, we used to be on that side. And you have people climbing over each other getting pictures. They wasn't even in the store. They were just putting their camera in a glass, to the glass to see her. Just to see her. They ain't even a conversation. She even having a conversation with them. But she so-called got money.
There's Ecclesiasticus 13:23.
I like it. Let's go.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, when a rich man speaks, if everyone be quiet, their feet stop. They want to see what they have to say. You know? Like a Warren Buffett is speaking right now, people will be listening. Why are you telling them surface level information? You ain't telling them no real shit. That's going to help them. People are looking at amazement like, yo, that was deep. This and that. But it's surface level shit that they get you. You know, shit in the books that you can buy.
It says, every man holdeth his tongue.
Every man holdeth his tongue. And listen, they even tell you to be quiet. Quiet. What's the speaking? J-Lo's got something to say. Yo, be quiet, yo. This person on TV. Got it?
It says, and look what he's saying.
Yeah, they look, they be quiet. And they hold it above everything.
They extol it to the clouds.
They hold it. They hold it high to the cloud. They pump it up. To the cloud. It's above all.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah, the poor man speak, automatically they scared him. On some Terminator shit. What do you got on? How much you make? What you drive? What's your career? All right? You don't have nothing. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Is that the same exercise?
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow.
Yeah, they help you to stumble on your words, get caught up.
You don't know what he's talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about. Look, he said that word wrong.
Yeah.
He said worser. That's not a word.
That's not anything. That's
You don't have a suit and tie on, you know? The garments don't match. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a stain on his garment.
Yeah. Look at his hairline. So,
That the Sirach 3:24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
and many are deceived by their own vain opinions, their own unprofitable, worthless opinions. The heart is deceitful above all things. It's not to your own understanding. What you're supposed to do is just listen. You know what I mean? Even we listen to the phone. Just have information to speak on. You know? But
Right, it says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and their evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
That's it! That's why your people are being raped! You ain't got shit! You ugly bitches! Reparo! I am Yahweh!
and that's
You
a
fucking
homo
liars!
demon. You know, that was a homo demon right there.
Fucking nigga, man! You right there!
Demon's your daughter. Hopefully get ran over by that sanitation truck.
He said he is Yahweh. No matter if you know the name of the Most High, you're the person of the Most High.
And you had Legion on.
Dirty snow cone, a dirty snow cone looking garment. Now I can talk about this garment because he's scoffing against us.
Let's just say he's talking in.
Yeah.
No, he did. He did. So Matthew 11, I'm going to start at 17. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they said he had a devil.
Yeah, so he wasn't, they just put, they spoke evils against him and lies. False accusations, huh? No, that's what they do. That's what they do to us. Oh, you guys are, what do they call us? Pedophiles and all kind of, all that shit, man.
slander.
Serious? We ain't doing shit like that, man. Hell. But bones, all kind of things, man. They but because you're so blessed, men speak evil of good. Right. Like that demon over there, the homo demon that just he did like 5 steps off this whole area. That's how quick he moved by. You know?
Episode. And that little episode, he said a whole lot. And then he calmed down after he went to the end of the block. Let's show you, there's a force field. There's a force field that's here. And these people's spirits, it gets, it gets, you know, uncomfortable. Demons get uncomfortable. Back to Matthew 11 and 18, well 19 now. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they said,
because the Lord, he actually came off his fast. He just finished his fast. So he's eating and drinking, and now they're going to talk shit about the Lord.
the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners.
Yeah, they call him a wino and a glutton. You know, that's what they did. They slandered the Lord. So you're going to have niggas always talking shit.
But wisdom is justified of her children.
Wisdom is justified of her children, right?
Ecclesiastes 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
Wisdom is better than strength. You might be a mighty man or have something, but wisdom supersedes that. What is it?
The poor man's wisdom is despised.
The poor man's wisdom is despised. Well, what y'all have? Y'all got a career, you educated, you own this, yada. You know, it's despised. Man, I don't want your opinion. What's the inside? I don't want your opinion if you ain't got shit. That's how these people think. So it's everything's turned upside down. Meaning you gotta have so-called money to be heard. But the niggas, the people that majority of the people that got money are idiots.
And his words are not heard.
His words are not heard. They don't want to hear what you have to say. And then they're gonna laugh if you touch their help. They might laugh for spurt. You fall off. You know what I mean? What you doing? What is he doing?
That's how applicable.
What do you know?
This is Romans 11 and 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. And that's what we got. We got the depth of the riches, both of knowledge and wisdom of the Most High.
People search their whole life to try to find it. That's what I found out what you're looking for. Meaning of life or whatever is not in the universe. It's not in your wealth. How many rich people get poor? How many of y'all people that sold out and got money and they still ain't happy? If you got all this money, why you gotta use drugs? If you got all that wealth, why do you need to get high and use drugs? That show you that money shit, it's
How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out.
Yeah, I'm searching for those that's outside of the door. Those that's not good at that.
Or who hath known the mind of the Lord? Or who hath been his counselor? Or who hath first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again?
Yeah, no one knows the mind of the Most High. No one knows that. So basically, why we follow these heathens? The Lord set them up, established them. The Lord established Esau. Right? Good Lord, Apostle Kawhi just mentioned in his lesson that Isaac gave Esau the blessing, and Isaac is Yahweh. So he gave him his blessing, and when you come back, he's gonna take it from him. You know what I mean?
There's Proverbs 2 and 4. You know the wisdom, and treasure. Now, Proverbs 2 and 4. Start at 3. Yet if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver,
Yeah, seek it first. And so a woman, you're supposed to seek wisdom as you seek in wealth and silver.
right?
Because you got a lot of idiots and money that go broke. Or they get with some gold digging chick that take their shit. Or they get killed for it.
So it says, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for his treasure, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of the Most High.
That's more wealth. That's some top wealth right there. And we storing up, and the Lord is putting together a spiritual bank account for us. So what we're doing right now is a sound investment, a real profitable one. Those are the ones where the majority don't know what's going on. And then when the time comes, you capitalize it. You know what I mean?
Now Matthew 13 and 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field.
Because the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure in a field, man. You gotta have faith and you ain't gonna see it. It's hidden.
Like the hid treasure. Like it's treasure that has to be labored to receive, meaning they have to study and dig for it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. That's that man is the man that came to the faith. So when he found the truth, he gave up everything for the truth.
Basically, he killed the whole person off that he was. So he had to denounce everything he had.
Sacrifice.
For something greater.
This is 1 Corinthians 2, 7. Where we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory.
This is a mystery over here. Everyone don't understand it. Everyone doesn't understand it. Their mind's been darkened. Their mind been sealed. The Lord put a spiritual Rubik's Cube on their mind. You know what I mean? It ain't a lot.
Well, reading on verse 8, it says, which none of the princes of this world knew, but had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Yeah, if they know who the Lord was, they wouldn't sanction or prove that the Lord was crucified. That's what you got. Alright? So they was stuck, the Roman Empire, they was stuck. They was worshiping Jupiter. All of those crazy things, Jupiter and all that, and sacrificing.
But about the Messiah. Those are the Israelites that were pagan. But you had Israelites that knew about the prophecy of the Messiah, but then they didn't fully understand it, because if they fully understood it, they would have understood that Yahweh Shah was the Messiah. Because the scriptures wasn't open up to everyone. He's only open up to the elect. That's why we go into the scriptures, it's written in a cryptic format. The only one that can understand the cryptic format is the one that Yahweh Shah bestowed his spirit upon. Because you got jakes in the churches, that studious jakes, you got Esau that dig up things and artifacts, but they still can't understand the deep themes of the scripture or the scriptures, meaning of the scripture or prophecy, because the spirit's not on them. They don't even see the carnal things.
This is Psalms 2 and 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way.
When we kiss the Son, it's about going to these scriptures. Because Yahweh Shah comes in the volume of the book. Okay?
Alright? Lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little, bless up.
And giving a kiss was also a way to show homage and respect. Like you had a king, you'll bow down, you'll kiss the king foot. So we pay our homage through the truth and our faith, because we belong to Yahweh Shah. We Yahweh Shah's property. That's another reason why you shouldn't get the injection MOTV. Because once you do that, you're now saying you're property of the states, you're property of the elites. But in 1 Corinthians, it says, we were bought with a price, therefore be not servants of men. And by taking the MOTB, you now became servants of men rather than Yahweh Shah. Okay?
Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Right, to have trust is to have faith. So trust and faith is interchangeable. So the absence of faith is, the Lord sees that as sin. So the moment you fall away and you don't believe, you're now found in sin.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 9 on down. It says, who have ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
So Yahweh Shah is speaking in cryptic form. So a parable is a dark saying, and it's cryptic to the ones that are not meant to understand it. But the disciples understood, because Yahweh Shah told them it's given unto them to understand. Not everyone that was present, but only for the ones that's meant to receive it. So if you can understand these scriptures, count that as a blessing. Right? Even when things get hard, as long as you still have the faith, that's a blessing. Because we all catch hell, but sometimes you gotta look on the positive side. You don't want to be too pessimistic, because just having the truth is a blessing. And believing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, we know we're gonna be all safe, okay, no matter what the circumstances are.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them...
The kingdom of heaven first began with his knowledge. That's why we read the kingdom of heaven is like his treasure. It first began with the knowledge, but Israel also represents the kingdom.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Whosoever has,
unto them is not given. That's why people walk by and, some of them might say shalom, or they might, say, peace, brothers. They're at peace with this, but they not of their light, or they was important to this, because even when the disciples asked Yahweh Shah, why you down parables, there's a lot of guys listening. They was there to listen, but they was again to understand. Just like a lot of guys come and They may not be historical, they might actually listening, but if the Spirit don't put the gift of faith in them, they're not gonna do nothing with it. Because it's not meant for them. It's not their life.
And then it says, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance.
Have is talking about the faith, the knowledge of Yahweh Shemiah Shah, right? They say he should have more abundant. Right?
But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath.
Right. So the Lord, he can give you the truth, you take it away, and you go back into the world, and he'll give it to another man. And that brother will wake up, and he will see what that other man had that didn't appreciate it. So you have guys that fall out, and they try to get back in, but you can't. You just can't. Like they tried, they may do videos, they won't be consistent because the Spirit's not on them.
This is 2 Ezra 8:62. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee.
On a few like thee. Who's the few like thee? The Israelite that was called to this knowledge. Because we was called, but that don't mean we would be chosen. We looking to be candidates of the elect. Right now we just called. And we all candidates of the elect. But the scriptures say, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. So we have this knowledge, and it's only given to ones that's called. We believe we of the elect. We have faith for that. So it says a few men like thee, which is righteous men. Right?
It says, then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in these last days, in these last times.
Yeah, Ezra's mind was, the prophet Ezra's mind was open to the prophecies that's going to take place. Because the prophet received the visions, but it wasn't any time frame, so a lot of the things they didn't understand because it was meant to be understood in these times. God.
It says, but at what time thou hast not showed me? He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, how do we do that? We measure the time diligently by looking at the news and then aligning the news of what the scripture says via prophecy. Alright? And that's how we know that we are at the end of the end. That's how we know that our Lord Yahushua is coming back very soon. He's not even around the corner anymore, man. He's right down the block. We could see Yahushua coming back any moment. Right? The morals of the people is extremely low. Everybody's on drugs. The United States dollar is on its last foot. It's not even on a leg no more. It's on a foot. All right? Barely holding on. And the media is pushing out more and more theatrics on the weak minds of the people to keep them occupied to what's really going on. What?
I got something. Smoke?
Yeah, this is up. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right, endure what? Endure the hell and the tribulations that you're going to go through in this truth. Now, the word endure means to be made hard. How we made hard? All the bullshit we got to deal with on a day-to-day basis, man. All of the mental problems we got to deal with. The spirit topping in us to make us go off. You know, the people around us to lead us astray or to convince us to go astray. But guess what? If you're in Yahweh's hands, no man can pluck you out of his hands. Okay? So that's how you endure. And if you endure everything that the Most High throws at you and you overcome it, you're going to be saved in the end. Saved from what? The thermonuclear destruction. What?
It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
Right, and Yahushua told us all of this before, man, because the disciples, they inquired of it in Matthew's 24th chapter. Right, they asked the Lord, when shall the end be? When you go into that word end, it's centelios. meaning consume or completion. So they was asking, when are you going to take the power from the Romans and place it back unto us? And what did Yahweh Shai say? He said, it's not for you to know the times or the seasons. Go ahead.
It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so the highest is beginning to visit the world which he made. What's the first sign? We're standing upon our feet, man. We got the name of the Lord back, man. All right? We're in front of our enemies who enslaved us and our ancestors, and we're cursing them out, telling them that your time is at an end. Them UFOs that your government is now proclaiming, those are the angels of the Lord, man. And the one you call Jesus Christ, he's coming back to enslave you other nations for what you've done to the children of Israel.
Right. What? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
Hey, what happened over there in Maui? Over there in Maui, the government had a laser beam strike that island, man. A preemptive strike via a laser. All right? What's going on over there in Turkey? Another laser. All right? Earthquakes in various places, man. Every day it's an earthquake, man. Uproars of the people over there in France, they're uproaring. Romania, they're uproaring. Here in America, they're uproaring, man. The conservatives, they're in the uproar. The Republicans. All right? What?
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Every major country in the world is in uproar. Every major country in the world is in mourning. What?
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Yeah, because everything is written. So you don't have no excuse no more, man. When the big one comes, all right, when your lights and your food is shut off, all right, and you got to turn to eating your kids, you're going to know that the Lord's prophets was out here. Right. You get Ezekiel 33 and 33. Go ahead, brother.
It says, even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning. From Genesis, all right, the time of Genesis, all the way up into the book of Revelations, man. These things were spoken about by the prophets of old and the men of the Lord of old. And now we're back on the earth again to tell the people out here the final judgment is coming. We're entering into the final countdown now. What?
It says, for like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest. You can just turn on the media and see that the end is manifest. They're now trying to legalize pedophilia. Right? They're trying to legalize bestiality, man. Having sex with underage boys and girls, they're trying to normalize that, man. And you people are going right along with it. What do you think the LGBTQP community is all about? It's all about the normalization of pedophilia. You got that?
Yes. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this comes to pass.
What comes to pass? When you got to eat your own kids. When you people are shooting each other over a clean bottle of water. When you can't go into the supermarket no more and buy groceries. When a loaf of bread ain't $5 no more, it's $500 due to hyperinflation. That's when you're going to know that these things is coming to pass.
Right.
Go ahead.
Lo, it will come.
Lo, it will come, meaning it will truly come. Meaning it will surely come. Go ahead.
Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among you.
Yeah, that the Lord sent his men to warn you, you stupid-ass, ignorant, hard-headed Israelites, man. Because this is who the message is for. It's for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It ain't for you other nations out here. Right. You other nations don't got no hope. Then you will truly know that a prophet was among you, man. That was it? Go ahead,
back in 2nd Ezra 9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Yeah, just look what's going on. We got blood moons going on. August 30th, the blue moon is about to happen, man. It's not going to be visible in America, but a blue moon is happening. All right? And then there's going to be various more blood moons happening throughout 2024 and 2025, man. Those are signs. Nations coming together to bring down Babylon the Great. That's a sign. All right? The Most High putting the spirit on the leaders of these other nations to go to war. That's a sign. Because war is coming. The biggest fear of you people is World War III. And guess what? It's coming.
The BRICS exiting is another sign that the dollar's collapsing, which is going to bring forth the digital currency. And then from the digital currency is going to bring in the Karagma. That's another sign. That's a major sign.
Once the Karagma is implemented, then the nuclear missiles is right there. And Yahweh Shai is right there. So you got some?
Yeah, this is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
And that's what we're doing. We're proclaiming right now that World War III is coming. World War III is actually here. It just hasn't fully started. The bombs hasn't dropped yet. But World War III is here, man. They're doing it via proxy wars now. But it's going to turn physical. Right?
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
That's what's going on. All the mighty men of various nations are waking up. Okay? North Korea, they're launching their missiles. India's launching their missiles. Russia's testing their hypersonic nukes. All right? And for the record, America has no nuclear defenses to defend against a hypersonic nuke. All right? Because the majority of America's nukes are posted via the North Pole, and Russia's nukes travel via the South Pole. Look up the Sarmat 2. What?
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yeah, all the men of war drawing near, and they're coming up. Because all of the nations that America bullied, they have nuclear capabilities now. So you so-called white people, you're screwed, man. You Edomites in America, you're screwed. All right? All you goddamn devils, man. All you goddamn devils are screwed, man. All right? Go ahead.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
Yeah, that's why they're taking money out of the infrastructure and putting it into war. Billions of dollars is going to Ukraine, man. Billions of dollars. Well, that could have went to the homeless problem out here, man. All right? That could have went to the rebuilding of cities, man. Clean water, man. But now, man, they're putting that money from the infrastructure, they're putting it towards more. They're putting it towards more better advanced weapons. For what? To use it. It's in my bag.
Beat your plowshares into swords. And your pruning hooks into spears.
Yup.
Let the weak say I am strong.
Yeah, them lower nations, they now saying they're strong. You can't bully North Korea and India and Japan no more, man. They got nuclear missiles now. China got nuclear missiles now, man. America ain't the big bad bully of the earth no more.
Your days of bullying are over.
What?
All right. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen.
Yeah, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Because y'all gotta hear your judgment. All right? You Edomites, you gotta hear your judgment. You Arabs, you gotta hear your judgment. You damn Chinese, y'all gotta hear y'all judgment. Because all y'all other nations, you are hand and children of Israel. What?
And gather yourselves together round about. Tender, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah, because they're all going to be gathered in the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, or the Most High's judgment. All right? And the Heavenly Father is going to burn y'all to hell up via nuclear missiles and via the laser beams from what you call the UFO.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right in World War III. That's going to be America's downfall. And then the other nations are going to shoot those on America, and this place is going to be remembered no more.
Second Ezra 15. Right? Second Ezra 15 and 41. Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full.
Yeah, that's talking about that thermonuclear destruction. Because 200 million warheads are going to fly through the sky. All right? 200 million. What?
And all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Yeah, because when them nuclear missiles hit, they're gonna change land masses. All right, they're gonna dry up rivers. All right, new deserts are gonna be formed. The remembrance of you so-called white people are gonna be desecrated. What?
And they shall break down the cities and walls.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no more New York City after World War III. Ain't gonna be no more Chicago after World War III, man. Ain't gonna be no more California after World War III. Ain't gonna be no more America after World War III.
Mountains and hills.
Mountains and hills, them high governments, man. And them lower governments, man. Those elites, what the elites founded, them cities to make their money, all gonna be gone. Go ahead.
Trees of the wood and grass of the meadows in their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid.
Yeah, they should go steadfastly unto Babylon. That's why Joel said that none shall break their ranks. Because once them nuclear missiles are launched out of them silos, the angels are going to guide them missiles to hit each and every target here on the soils of this land.
They shall come to her and besiege her.
Meaning they're going to overtake her, because the thermonuclear missiles are going to completely overtake America.
The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her.
That's, hey, you get Revelations 18. Because Revelations 18 goes right into that, man. Then why are the nations going to bewail over the loss of America? Because they ain't going to be able to make no money no more. No more money. All right? Revelations 18 goes right into it.
You want it? Yeah. This is Revelation verses 18 and 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven.
Now this is post-nuclear destruction. Go ahead.
Having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Yep.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
Yeah, Babylon the Great is fallen. America is fallen. And it's going to be a beautiful day when America falls. It's going to be a great day when America falls and you damn crackers are done.
That's right. It says Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils.
Why? Because all this death in this land is going to attract unclean spirits. All right? And unclean spirits are going to dwell here. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit and cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of death in this land. Go ahead. And what attracts demons? Uncleanness. Go ahead.
For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, what's the wrath of Babylon's fornication? Their democracy, their way of life. Homosexuality, man. All right? Their monetary system, man. Go ahead.
I got a quick precept.
Their so-called freedom.
Quick precept to back that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that scripture through her traffic?
Ezekiel 30.
I got it. This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 5. By thy wisdom and by thy traffic has thou increased thy riches.
Now traffic, it means business.
Right.
Right, like what you see right here, you see cars and you see trucks going up and down the avenue and the boulevard. What are they doing? They're engaging in commerce, man, engaging in business. So it says by thy wisdom and by thy traffic, meaning business, they what?
Has thou increased in riches.
Thou increased in riches. But the Most High is going to cut all of that off.
Yep. And thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Yeah, because America doesn't export any commodities, man. They're the biggest importers on the world.
Yep. Back at Revelation 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, being in league with America, man. All right, setting up certain leaders to fulfill America's agenda. All right.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
American dollar. That's all over the world.
Okay.
See, the scripture said,
Okay, Revelation 18:3.
Kings of the earth.
Yep. I'm gonna get to the point. It says, "And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich."
So it said the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So it's comparing America to a whore.
Yeah.
So America is like a whore. Yeah, so the whore goes around sleeping with every man.
Yep.
Man, America goes around spreading this philosophy all over the world. America goes around spreading this currency all over the world. America goes around taking over other nations, stealing their natural resources. So America is like this whore that's spreading all over the world. The whore spread itself to a bunch of men.
Yep.
And it said with the wine of a fornication. That's a philosophy. And it said the kings of the earth have committed fornication with them. Now the king could be an actual king. They could be a president. They could be a prime minister. Anyone that's in that top position. So it's comparing the king that's dealing with a whore or a harlot, and they drinking wine and they fornicate with one another. That's how America, the brother said, is in league with other nations.
It says, "And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies."
Right. The brother said America is an important country. The merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. I mean, think about it. The clothes you wear, they made in China, made in Taiwan. You know, a lot of the phones you use, electronics, they made from other countries. Most Americans drive foreign cars. The shoes you wear made in other countries. Perfume, that stuff is from other countries. The alcohol you drink, Hennessy and Bacardi and Sprite and all that, that's from other countries. So America's making other nations rich. Nobody's coming from America. Don't got no gold coming out of the ground that people come to America to get gold from. You want silk, that's from China. You know? So America don't really have any natural resources that other nations come to get. If you want oil, you don't come to America. Nobody's trying to take up America to get oil. Are they? No, they're going to the Middle East. So America, other nations are getting rich from America. That's all we're doing.
Continue on. That was it?
Yeah, that was
Back in 2nd Ezra 9. Back in 2nd Ezra 9 and 7, it says, "And everyone that shall be found, that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape."
Yeah, and the ones that's going to save from this nuclear destruction and able to escape is the remnant or the remainder of Israel, which is the elect. The ones that wholeheartedly believed on Yahweh Shai, man, and was predestined and promised before the world was to receive salvation. That's what we got to understand. Because there's a lot of men out there, you know, groups out there, they preach the gospel to the whole world, and they want to lift up and raise up the nation. And the Lord specifically said that he's not going to raise up the whole nation, man. He's dealing with a remnant. And those are the ones that is promised to be saved. Right?
It says, "By his works and by faith."
By works and by faith. What's the works? Going out there, believing, you know, feeding the sheep. All right? And by faith, by their belief. All right? Because everyone's faith is going to be tested during the time of Jacob's trouble to see if they really believed or not. And the ultimate test is going to be that see him, that mark. All right? Because it's going to be crunch time. It's going to come to the point where it's either you're going to want to eat, right? You're going to want to drink, right? Or you're going to have to take this chip. You want to feed your family, you want to feed your kids, or you're going to have to take the seed hip. Or failure to take the seed hip, you're a treason. You are a seditioner. You are a traitor to the country, man. And they're going to put charges on you and throw you into a concentration camp and label you as a terrorist. Right?
It says, "Whereby ye have believed."
Whereby ye have believed. What does the scripture say? Faith coming by hearing. All right? What we heard our apostles and our elders, and that us sowed the seed in our mind for where we believe. Right?
It says, "Shall be preserved from the said perils."
Yeah, what's the said perils? Cannibalism, famine, race wars, pestilences. They're trying to have a new variant of a pestilence come out September. All of a sudden, spikes. All of a sudden, 400 cases, 500 cases out of nowhere. Or, you know? So that's another pestilence that's about to come, man. Saying that this one is more deadlier than the Omicron variant or whatever, man. But you know, there's going to be other pestilences too.
It says, "And shall see my salvation in my land."
Yeah, because we're going to see Yahweh Shai. All right, we're going to see Yahweh Shai in his glory if we are elected to make it and get delivered, man. All right, we're going to see ourselves get beamed up, Lord willing. We're going to see America get destroyed. We're going to see all of our enemies and everyone that came up against us get destroyed. Because what does it say in the book of Psalms 91? It says, only with thine eyes you shall see the reward of the wicked. Go ahead.
Name is Asher.
It says, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning.
Yeah, he has sanctified us from the beginning. All right? The Lord told Jeremiah that you were sanctified from the womb, man. To come out here and do what you do. And that's us. All right? Lord willing, we are those men that were sanctified. So when them thermonuclear missiles come, when the famine comes, when the pestilence comes, when the war comes, we ain't afraid, man. We're actually gonna be excited, Lord willing. Most High put that spirit on us, because we know our salvation is near. We know, Lord, we did what we had to do. Now we in the final. All right, we in the last minute of the fourth quarter. That's right. Got precept?
Nah, go ahead.
It says, then.
You get 2 Esdras 2 and 27. And that's why we know we out here during this Day of Atonement, man. Because Yahweh Shai, what did he do? He atoned for us. All right? He atoned for our sins. So when we are judged, all right, we have the blood of Yahweh Shai over us, and that judgment passes over us, man.
It says, then shall they be in pitiful case.
Yeah, then shall they be in pitiful case. These people out here in the world, they're going to be in pitiful case. They're going to know they fucked up.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Which now have abused my ways.
Because the prophets is out here telling you what it is, man. Unfiltered. Keeping it 100. And you looking at us like we don't know what the hell we talking about, man. But you're going to be the one that's going to starve, man. You're going to be the one that's going to get raped. You're going to be the one that's going to get shot in the head, man. You're going to be the one that's going to see your children die. See your mother die, man. You're going to be the one put in a concentration camp getting waterboarded, man. Committing suicide, everything, man. Death by seppuku, cutting your abdomen open, man.
Hey, they can't even commit suicide. There's a scripture that tell you that some shall seek death and now find it. You know? I was thinking about that the other day. It's going to get so bad out here that people are going to be trying to kill themselves. They're going to be trying to look for death, and it's not going to happen. The Lord's like, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to have to suffer this judgment. You know?
Escape.
There's no way to escape.
That's going into World War I. But that's going to happen too.
Oh, God.
That's going to happen this time too. You know what I mean? People going to want to kill themselves, but if you're in a concentration camp,
right,
handcuffed,
right.
I mean, way to kill yourself.
God.
The morphine didn't come to World War II.
Exactly.
So World War I, person have half their face blown off and won't die. Death flood from it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They have mass units.
Right.
You know, they didn't really have that at that time. World War I.
I got something. This is on Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Yeah, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not Christ, not Jesus the Christ, not Hese Christo. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Now, what is a tower? A tower is somewhere where you go for refuge. All right, during war, you will go to the tower. And if you want a tactical advantage over the enemy, you'll go to the top of the tower or the battlement of the tower, man, to get that height advantage. All right. So this is so the name of the Lord is our defense, man.
That's why if it's a flood, you go to high ground.
Right.
You don't go to a flood just walking over the damn street. You go to high ground.
Right. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be the same thing. When that enemy coming as a flood, we're gonna go into that high ground or that high tower, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the flood is gonna overpass us. Not Christ, for the record. That was it?
I got 2 Esdras.
Yeah.
This is 2 Esdras 2 and verse 27. And it reads, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh.
Yeah, the believers out there, man. Because Yahweh Shai is with us, and you got to believe that. That Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is with us, man. So you're not supposed to be, when you see people's heads getting blown off, oh my God. You're supposed to say, Barakati Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right. Scripture's supposed to come into your mind, man. Have evil be done and the Lord have not done it. Right. All right? When you see people get run over by trucks or people starving to death, you're supposed to praise the Lord, man. Right. When you're safe and your peoples are safe And Yahweh Shai got that covering over you, man. You're supposed to be praising him, man. You're not supposed to be weary. Go ahead.
It says, I'm reading it again, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful.
Yeah, the people in the world, the people out here that's talking shit in their minds and looking at us all crazy, they gonna be weeping. They gonna be sorrowful, man. When they wake up one day and they see their bank account at $0.00 and it says report to your nearest station, your nearest FEMA camp to receive your digital ID, they gonna be weeping. Go ahead.
It says, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right, because we had the truth. All right, we did what we had to do. So we're going to be merry and we're going to have abundance because the Most High is going to keep us fed. Right. Just like the generations of old when there was famines in the land. The Most High kept his men fed. So we don't got nothing to worry about, man. Right. When these people get that stomach bloating from starving to death, all right, and they look malnourished and pale in the face, we're going to be eating a loaf of bread. We're going to be eating a piece of meat. We're going to be drinking wine, man. Eating good.
Lord will, yeah?
Lord willing.
Hey, who knows? The Lord might take the sense of hunger away from us.
Right.
Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith.
Well, we're going to be fed because it says we're going to be fed. You know? So we don't know what exactly we're going to eat, but anything will be better than nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's lucky. No, go ahead.
For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves.
Yeah, and not of ourselves, because this isn't about us. There's certain people, they want to exalt themselves. They want to go on magazine covers. They want as much exposure as they want to get. But you got to understand, it's not of us. We're not even speaking our own words. Right?
It is a gift of the Most High.
And that's that faith. And every man has a certain measure of faith that was given personally to him by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you got to utilize that, man. You got to utilize that all the way into the end. Right? Because once Jacob's trouble happens, we're going to have to exercise our faith that we're training right now. You know?
1 John chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love. Now, when you think about that, there's no fear in love. Love is an emotion that casts out fear. If you love something, you want to really have a reason to fear. So if it says perfect love casts out fear, meaning what? If you have love, which love is what? The keeping of the Most High's commandments. So perfect love casts out fear. If you love the Most High, then it casts out the fear of being judged by Him. Because you know you're doing that which is right. There's no fear in love. But perfect love casts out fear. There you go. There's no fear in love because love is an emotion that casts out fear. If you love something, why do you need to fear it? But perfect love casts out fear. Therefore, if you have love, which is the keeping of the commandments, it casts out the fear of the Most High judging, the Most High putting you death, the Most High torment was an act of wrongdoing. Right? Because fear have torment. See? That's why. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. So a person that's walking around in fear, walking around in doubt, then guess what? They're not made perfect in love. Because they still have a shroud of doubt, a cloud of doubt casted over their head. Oh, you know, I don't know. What am I going to do? You scared? Why are you afraid? Why are you fear? Because you're not made perfect in love. So guess what? What we got to do, what we're doing now, we're doing the will of the Most High. As much as we can. Doing lessons, fasting, praying, keeping the Day of Atonement, keeping the holy days, doing the work. That builds our faith. Right. That way, when that time comes, you'll have no reason to fear because why? Scripture said, redeeming the time. We're redeeming the time. Redeem means to buy back. So if you're redeeming the time, it's like your actions of righteousness, right? Your actions of righteousness are like payment. Your acts of righteousness are like payment to the Most High. Reasonable sacrifice. So we're redeeming the time, therefore our actions of righteousness are like payments to the Most High. Whereas it's redeemable. And in return, will be deliverable.
You got it?
No, go ahead.
This is Ephesians 5, and verses 15 to 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah, walk circumspectly. Be circumspect means to see full circle. All right, 360 degrees. Knowing what the hell is going on. Not as fools, but as wise. Now, the word wisdom means to see. All right, if you have the wisdom from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you'll be able to see through the darkness out there, man.
You get the word circumspect. You get the word circle or round, and you got the word spec to see.
Yep.
See, because you got the wisdom, which is the word, which means to see, but then you have the scriptures to look around for the events and what's being fulfilled. Because you just don't look. We look around the world, see what's happening, what falls the prophecy. Then you have the word spec, you get the word spectator. Or somebody have glasses, may say they're called spectacles. You got it.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Yeah, because the days are evil. And it's only going to get worse. When there's no food or no water out here, everybody's true colors is going to come out. Everybody's true colors is going to come out, man. What did the Joker say in that Batman movie?
I was about to say that. I watched it yesterday.
What did he say? He said, look, these people are animals, man. He said, look, I'm just way ahead of the curve. Yeah. When they can't eat, they all gonna turn into freaks.
So these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
He said, yeah, they'll eat each other.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna go, because these people are already beasts.
Yeah.
They just civilized beasts.
Yeah.
All right? The only thing holding together is that check they getting every 2 weeks. Right. If they wasn't getting no check, man, you're gonna see how beastly nature these people really are, man. All right?
Yeah, I got it. This is Psalms 13 and verse 3. Consider and hear me, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, my power. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death.
Yeah, right. So that's King David, right? Saying, lighten thine eyes. All right? Consider me and let me see, meaning give me the wisdom. Lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Meaning that I'm in total gross darkness out here. I don't know what's going on. Because all these people out here, they're dead people walking. They don't know what the hell is going on. They think America's going to continue forever. But America's about to fall. And it's about to fall rapidly. Get that scripture where it says, I behold Satan fall as lightning from heaven? Because America's about to fall overnight, man. Overnight. And we can't wait till America falls, man. It's going to be a beautiful day when the Most High destroys America and you people in it. You got that? I believe it's Luke.
This is Luke 10 and verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld, this is Revelation 18 and 16, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet.
Now, fine linen, purple, and scarlet represents clothes of royalty, man. Like what John Revelator is saying, like he saw the city dressed in, how should I say it? Dressed like opulently, you know?
That was a representation of America. Right. You know? It's a fine linen, scarlet, purple. Yep. Yeah. There's a creature called the marine, called the Molech Tranquilus. And basically when we crush his glands, when the liquid that's in his glands, big contact with the hair, it could turn purple or it could turn red. That's why I say scarlet and purple. But what it is that you have to kill thousands of them, crush thousands of their glands to even make enough to say dye a shirt with his glands. So therefore, purple and scarlet meaning purple, became something that's heavily associated with the rich. It's even in the what's called. You got a Bible dictionary on it? Okay. But that's what it was. So you have to kill a lot of them and crush a lot of their glands to even make enough dye to dye a garment of another color. So only the rich could really afford it. So that's what became associated with it.
And saying, Alas, alas,
finally, go ahead.
That great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught.
Yeah, for 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught. So everything that America has stole, all right, all of it's going to be destroyed. All of it. The people, the land, everything. The remembrance, your great leaders. Nobody's going to remember George Washington 100, 200 years from now. Nobody's gonna remember Thomas Jefferson, them devils.
Yep.
Abraham Lincoln, you know.
Yep.
Mark Twain.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt. Nobody gonna remember you devils, man.
Ulysses Grant.
Alexander Hamilton.
Ulysses Grant.
Yeah,
You know, he got grants too.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Guess what? The time gonna come, people gonna start to forget about Esau. Yeah, Esau's gonna be like the lost city of Atlantis.
Right.
Thing a legend. They ain't even know if it was real or if it was fake. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right, because when we get you devils in slavery in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna bring you on such a lowest estate. Everybody's gonna be like, I can't believe this man once ruled the planet Earth. This man had the children of Israel, the gods, under him. They're gonna be in disbelief.
They're looking like male and female versions of Guy Code Caveman.
Right.
They're gonna be back in their true state. You know? They ain't gonna be shaving in the kingdom of heaven.
Nope.
Their hair, their chest and their hair gonna grow. On their stomach, on their back, you know.
There's not gonna be no Gillette.
Huh?
No Gillette. Gillette's going out of business.
No oyster clippers. Right. Oscar or oyster? Oscar, right? Yeah. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yeah, you so-called white people. This the man, Esau, he made the earth to tremble? Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms.
Yeah, that shook kingdoms. All right, had at one point the whole world under his iron fist, man. Had the whole world under his foot. So it's gonna be a thing of legend, like the brother said, a thing of disbelief.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed cities thereof.
Due to his destructive behavior. Because this man needs to go down. He's a destructive, vagabond, decrepit being that needs to be put in chains, man.
Right, son of perdition.
Son of perdition. He needs to be put in chains. He needs to be whipped. He needs to be put in order.
Rightfully so.
Everything that this devil does is devilish, man. He needs to be exterminated, man.
And I'll read that again. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
Yeah, due to his insatiable appetite for blood and destruction. Okay?
Alexander the Great, right? This is Alexander the
Since
Great.
Alexander the Great.
This is Isaiah 14:17.
That was it?
All right? No, it's more, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Yeah, that opened not the house of his prisoners, man. He had no mercy upon Jake, man. Right? So with that, let's give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the apostle, elders, great Muslim, true wealth, and salutations to the elect.